varieties in it. Now you can open up your network. Maybe they're not all having the same team meeting on the same day. Maybe there's a couple of different things. Maybe they're not all working on the same project, and other people can then start to come. So if a corporation is willing to host the meeting and you're in a business park, are there other businesses around that can be tapped on to say, we're having a business meeting over here, do you guys want to come and collaborate with us? Start bringing them in. Start expanding that instead of saying, ooh, the business isn't big enough, or it's not sustainable, or they always get pulled away and they're not really great at coming together. They're always on projects. Well, what else can add to that? Can we open it up and make it a public community or corporate club? We can start looking at options like that as well. What's next? Leads come in all sorts of ways. And one of the tasks that I'm going to ask you guys to work on as a group, as well as filtering it down to your members, is identifying these leads. We're going to have a lead incentive where leads will be handed in and there'll be incentives attached to the leads that are qualified. So more information will come on that. I'm not sure when, but it's in draft. But what's going to happen is when a lead comes in, it can come in a variety of states. Maybe it is, oh, there's this company over there, it's called the City of Ottawa, they might be a good opportunity. Okay, that's not bad. But here's the City of Ottawa, and you should call Rob Gill. His number is, well, now all of a sudden I have a name and a number. So not everybody here is going to be telemarketers. Who here is a telemarketer? Okay. Sometimes it's not our strong suit, and that's okay. Because other people really excel at it. And those are the people we're going to bring on the team to start making those calls. So we're going to give Rob a call and we're going to say, Rob, I understand that you're at the City of Ottawa and I understand you might have needs. Let's talk about those. And now all of a sudden, I've got some information on Rob that I know. Doesn't need to know I know everything, but I know. And I can start driving my questions to him. Rob, you manage people, don't you? How many?
20.
20 people. Rob is a manager of 20 people. Rob, wouldn't you like it if those people could actually communicate with each other a little bit better?
Oh, yes. Oh.
What is your biggest pain point, Rob, when you're talking about 20 people and managing them?
Conflict resolution.
Conflict resolution. Did you know that Toastmasters deals with conflict resolution? And we do that through a team environment, and we help people come together and collaborate peer-to-peer, allowing you to solve that problem.
I like the sound of that.
Would you like to hear more?
Yes, I would.
And that's how you start that conversation.
That was a decent sound.
I'll let you know when I manage 20 people.
I'll let you know when I have conflict resolution down pat. And so yeah, we get those little bits of details and we can grow on that and build it, but it's asking one question after another. If I had gone to Rob and said, Rob, I want to come in and I want to present to you Toastmasters. What are you going to say, Rob?
I don't have time for that.
Why not?
I'm too busy. I have to deal with my employees.
But that's exactly what he's going to say to me. I don't have time to hear what you're selling because I just don't have time. But if I can create that proposition for him as to why he needs to make the time, then that's a better opportunity. So when we're thinking of leads, we need to start thinking about why would they need Toastmasters? Not just because they're a big building. They're a big building, lots of windows, I think I need to talk to you. There's more to it. Why? Why do we need it? So we need to uncover that why so that we can start that proposition. We want to make sure we have the right decision makers in place. Government is an excellent example of it. Okay? Government employees here? Any level? If I call and I'm like, hey Zarin, I want to come in and talk to you about Toastmasters. What are you going to say?
What is Toastmasters?
He's going to say, I can't do it. Why can't you do it?
Got it at my desk.
Because it's not your job. It's not your level. You can talk. I can talk to Zarin all day long.
She's interested,
But I might get him as a member. I'm never going to get him to allow the whole building to participate in it. And if I'm presenting, I want that whole building to present. I want managers to drive it to their employees. I want people like Rob, who manages 20 people, that says, all 20 of you need to go, you need to get your pathways level 5, and then come back and see me, because I'm not dealing with this until you do it. I need people like that. So I want to be presenting to people like that. And so we want to make sure we're getting those decision makers. Can they make the decision to have a meeting with Toastmasters? Can they make the decision to allow Toastmasters in their building? If they can't, let's go that next level. I want to present to the right people. I don't know about you guys, but time is precious. Time precious?
Yeah.
I don't want to go out and present to 50 people to find out it's the 50 wrong people. Let's go and present to the 5 right people. Let's take that extra time, dig who is that right person. And we always want to ask the right questions. We want to listen to the responses, and we want to build on that. We want to build through storytelling. And we want to build through value proposition. So what is your needs, and how can I help solve those? Any questions on contact and qualifying? We're going to present the demo meeting. And this is exactly what it sounds like. It is a demo meeting. How many people have participated in a demo meeting? It is a smaller version of a Toastmaster meeting. Usually you have one speech evaluation, 3 or 4 table topics, but at each step of the way, you're explaining what you're doing and why. And that why is going to be different depending on your audience. If I'm presenting to HR managers, my why is going to be because it's going to help your employees. If I'm presenting to a community, the why is going to be because it can help you. Okay, so we want to identify the why. So we've got our demo team. There is lots of marketing material available from TI. Have that material at all demo meetings. What's the value of Toastmasters? How to join a Toastmasters club? When does the Toastmaster club meet? Where does it meet? So you want to pull that information all together. Kimberly said it earlier, so just to recap, anytime you're placing a club order for products, if you have or need anything focused around membership or club building, it is free with an order of anything else. You're allowed it twice a year. Okay, so 2 times a year you can order free promotional material from TI. Good? At a club. At a club.
Et si on veut le faire dans un club francophone, est-ce que tout ce matériel-là est disponible en français?
Oui.
Un petit peu though.
Oui.
How to build a club, promotional club, oui, la plupart.
La plupart,
Yeah,
ok.
finding
Dans le shop, là,
Oui.
So
library.
the question was, correct me if I'm
Is
wrong.
it available in French?
Is it available in French? Marketing material is available
It
in
is.
French. 5 new pieces are getting ready to be launched in July, which will be out, so stay tuned for those. But there is more material in the hopper ready to come out, okay?
People available in July? The new material that people
They're saying July, I've never,
Maybe August or December?
I heard 5 new collateral pieces coming out in French for the purpose of membership building.
Great, great.
So I'm hopeful that July is July. So that's available. But our old Toastmaster magazines, those are an awesome resource to use. Once you've read them, give them away. Pass them away. Have them at these demo meetings. Share them. And then we want to address questions, concerns, and we want to ask for the opportunity to establish a club. Asking for the opportunity to establish a club is the same as asking a guest to be a member. It's the same process. You've liked what you've heard today. You saw the value of it today. Now, would you like to form a club? It's a simple ask. The worst they're going to say is no, which is the exact same response as if you didn't even ask. It's the same response. That's your takeaway today.
I convert a no to a not now.
Yeah, but if you didn't ask,
You ask, but if they say no, it will be not now, maybe
yeah,
in a few months, maybe next year.
yeah. Chartering. So when we think about chartering, there is a lot of paperwork that goes into the chartering process. Don't be intimidated by it. We will walk you through it. So the application to organize is a 5-page document. A lot of information goes into it. It can seem daunting, but we'll get through it, okay? Everybody has, everybody will, and we'll do it together as a team. The one big thing when you charter, don't forget to have the charter party. Celebrate it. I love clubs that can charter in an hour. Fabulous, they get a small party. Clubs that can charter in a year, they deserve that full party. Cake, pop, beverages, have it all. Enjoy it. Because everybody worked hard. And don't forget to invite all of those guest speakers that gave up their time to come in, to offer content, to help you out. Bring them all together. Celebrate that success. Because it's hard work. And you guys earned it. Okay? And then your follow-up, this comes back to your mentors. So the follow-up is make sure that they're on track. Make sure that they're doing the right things. And this is where you as an area director steps in as well. Okay? The club is chartered, the club is doing well. As an area director, you might think, oh, you know what, I gotta space it out amongst all my clubs. But it's this club that needs more of your time. They are new. They have no idea about life outside. Help them, connect with them, and make sure that they've got a good foundation to grow on, okay? And help them with their network, because your network is guaranteed bigger than theirs. You may think right now that you only know the 20 people in your club. They only know theirs. So share your network with them and let that be a growing purpose. And then repeat. Do it all over again. Once you build one club, it's addictive, you can build another. Just like that. We have goals. The district itself has a goal to be Smedley distinguished. To do that, we need new clubs. We need help from you guys to do it. And that help can come in different phases. Maybe it's a lead, maybe it's supporting a sponsor or mentor, maybe it's being a sponsor or mentor. Or maybe it's working and going into those corporations and into those communities to build up a program for them. Okay? It can come from anywhere, but the big thing is work together and do it together. Because when we work together, it's a little bit of work for everybody and a lot of success for the district. Any questions? Randy?
What is realistic in the year for us to build new clubs, like realistically?
I can't answer that for you. So the question is, what is realistic to build new clubs in a year? Every person is going to be different, okay? Every person. Some people will have oodles amount of time, and some won't. Some people are gonna wanna focus on their role as an area director. Maybe you're also a club officer, and that's gonna be your primary focus, and that's okay too. But maybe there's a member in that club that wants to do it.
And no, but my question was, like, the district, how many clubs would they like?
We did 5 new clubs this year, and next year we want to do more. So if I had to quantify it, do you have a quantity number?
I do have a number. Smedley distinguished number, I believe.
Throw that number out there, Ron.
30.
What?
Think big.
November to get
30,
the Smedley.
30 new clubs.
Think bigger the Smedley.
So we're going to require a net growth of 14 clubs. I'll talk about this a little later, but the quick session. We need to grow the district by about 14 clubs to qualify for Smedley Distinguished. We're likely to lose between 8 to 15 clubs this year because it's kind of what happens. Some clubs get to their end of life, then they'll fall over. For example, there is a club that we already know is gone, Crystal Beach Toastmasters. They still show up as a club in good standing right now. Come September, they're going to vanish. And so these counts are going to go down. And so we need a net growth of 14. If we target anything less than trying to achieve 25 to 30 clubs, we have no opportunity to achieve our objectives. Now, when we shoot for the stars and we hit the moon, I'm okay with that. But we need to aim for the stars. So we need to plan in every area in this district to try to charter a new club. If we all do that and half of us succeed, we'll be doing pretty well.
So here's my mathematical challenge for you. How many areas are in your division, Randy?
5.
5. So if each area director chartered a new club, that's 5. There's 8 divisions,
5 times.
40. So if every area director charters 1 club, we're at 40. Now we know not every area director is going to do it. We know it. But some area directors or division directors like Davender is going to do 4. So his team can thank him. But everybody else can benefit from that. Because Davender's not going to stop at 4. He's going to get the taste of it, and he's going to create 4 more for you. So we're going to, people that love to do it, love to do it. Okay? It's not on us. It's on everybody. And it goes back to that very beginning slide. Who charters clubs? Everybody. So you may actually have somebody sitting in your area right now that is sitting there going, I was area director 5 years ago, I really liked it, I haven't really thought about what I want to do right now, I'm not serving the district, I'm not even on the officer list. What am I going to do with my time? There really is people like that. Find them. Find them. How do you find them? Visit your clubs. Meet the members. Talk to them. They are out there. An interesting conversation on Friday night with one gentleman, and he said, nobody asked me to do it, so I didn't do it. Huh. Guess what I asked him? He's like, well, how many do you want? And I'm like, I'll start with 4. He's got 2. So ask. Find those people that love to do it and ask them. People that are looking to get their DTM credit need to sponsor and mentor a club. It's a fundamental thing. It can take anywhere from a few hours to a year plus. Start it now. Okay? Start it now. If you want your DTM credit, start it now.
Going back to the leads, so I know with a corporate club, a key person and contact number, what else do you want from a community area, like a geographic area? What else would you like in terms of qualified?
So I'm going to pick your location in specific. So Lisa is in Canada, and she's a community club. But I would look at the area that Lisa's in, and I would say, there isn't, this is assuming your club is not there. This area needs a community club. Where can I hold it? And that's when I start looking at what buildings can hold a meeting. What buildings can hold a meeting? Now I'm going to go to those buildings and I'm going to say, you know what? This community center here, it's got enough space. I bet you they could house a building or a meeting. And I'm going to go to the building. So I'm not going to go to a person. Let's go to the building and have the building drive it. Okay? Find those community centers. Find those, I'm trying to think of other ones, churches that will host a meeting and then drive it in that way. Okay? If you find a restaurant that's got a private meeting space, drive it in. Restaurants will work with you all day long if you're going to bring 20 people every week. Find it. Okay? Tawana, you had a question earlier.
Yeah, because I was thinking about sponsoring more, and so what is the actual requirement? So if I have a chance to present Toastmasters next week, by the end of next week, I would have to come what do I need to do to actually go and present to some group?
So when you're getting ready to present it, if you've got that opportunity and that idea, what I would suggest is have that conversation with me. Have it with me. I've got a team that's ready to support you so that you're not going in alone. I heard one time that somebody went in and did a presentation and they came back and they said, I'm not a salesperson. It totally screwed it up. Not a salesperson, and now I can't go back to the place. So let's work together and hit it out of the park. I say I've got people in Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City. They're there to support us. That's what they want to do. Let's use them. Okay, so don't go into a meeting alone unless it's a personal connection. Bring a couple of people. Okay, and I'm happy to make those connections. Either I can go with or connect the dots and find the right person to go with you. Now, Nadia asked earlier about sponsoring clubs. We hear, you know, as members we're sponsors and we're mentors, but sometimes a club will sponsor a new club. And what does that mean? Okay? It means that a sponsoring club is going to help. They're going to help fill the agenda until they've got their 20 people. Anybody ever run a club meeting with 3 to 5 people? It sucks. It literally sucks. But if you have a sponsoring club that you can call on and say, my meeting is running and it's running this week and I know I only have 4 people at it, any chance you can help me out? They'll go, yeah, sure, no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, off you go. And they will send people to support you. And that's what a sponsoring club does. When we file the paperwork to say there's a sponsoring club, then the sponsoring club gets a nice ribbon for their banner when you're successful. They will celebrate in your success and they will be at your charter party. Okay? So a sponsoring club doesn't have to financially commit. They don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. They just have to be there when the sponsors and mentors call for help. Okay? Does that answer your question? Sort of? Okay.
So until the club chart is new, so those members of the new club
Part.
are under sponsoring club. But the new club doesn't actually meet with the sponsoring club, it meets wherever it's done.
Yeah.
And what about sponsoring the financial costs of establishing, so some of the materials, supplies?
Yeah. So 2 questions that Nadia asked. The second question, let's start with that. How does a new club financially afford to pay the rent, the supplies, and everything like that? The answer is collect membership. Fill in the membership forms, collect your membership dues. With your ATO, you can deposit that right into the bank account and you can operate like a full club. So that's the second question. The first question was, with Pathways being online, how do we start a new club and allow a member that isn't technically allowed to get on TI's site to be able to access Pathways? We do what's called parking members. Okay? Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous in a club that might be in charter or in coaching territory. You want to pick a really strong club to park members at. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take all of those membership applications and you're going to put them and assign them to Club ABC. When you assign them to ABC, ABC's membership numbers go up. Yay, they just increased their membership numbers. But when you need to, you're going to move them out of ABC and you're going to move them into 1, 2, 3. Okay, so ABC will have a membership increase, then they'll have a membership decrease. And 1, 2, 3 will have their membership increase. But that's how they can access Pathways. But if you do it and they're close to needing a club coach, you're going to have that club in jeopardy. Okay?
This is the first time I hear about this strategy.
Yes.
And my understanding is to charter a club, it has to be new members. You can't transfer members from another club to count as your 20 charter members.
Ron, correct me if I'm wrong. They cancel from the one and they
Yeah, so you
move to the
can
other.
you can create a club full of transfer members. The limitation is you can only have 3 dual members at the end that make up the 20. Right? So
Okay.
in this process, Club ABC is a strong club. They have more than
Yeah.
20 members, and so they're not going to be affected by the variation in membership. So the club in formation 1, 2, 3 submits their ATO, and they start registering their members over at ABC. We get immediate access to pathways. Things are working well at 1, 2, 3. We're able to conduct fairly regular meetings, access the program. And then when it comes time to that magic point where we have the 20 members to charter 1, 2, 3, part of what we do is transfer the members that were registered with ABC over to 1, 2, 3. And transfer members will count. Now, if you had some members that joined 1, 2, 3 and are now parked at ABC and they say, oh, this is really cool, I'm going to join Club DEF and Club GHI, they're now dual members.
Yeah.
And so if you transfer their membership out of ABC into 1, 2, 3, they count as one of the 3 dual members. So a transfer is good as a quote-unquote new member or part of the 17 non-dual members, as long as after the transfer, they're only a member of 1, 2, 3.
So this could be a role of a sponsoring club.
Absolutely. Because the sponsoring club now has base camp manager commitments to these folks.
Okay.
Yeah. Pathways created that problem, and that was the disparity.
Yeah, Dan Rex personally told me to do that.
So it could be a good answer.
So, at this point, I am going to conclude and I will pass it back to Ron. But I am around if anybody has any other questions on it. If you want to sign up for the demo meeting, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a club mentor, let me know. I'll bring you into the loop of communication and we'll start building this together. Thank you.